Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Butterfly Bakery of Vermont. It is the Taco Vibes Only hot sauce. And here we have extreme heat. What does it say? Oh, is that danger? Caution? Something like that. Fair. Very fair, I will say. Vibrant, painfully joyous. That's a interesting way of describing it. Does start out exceptionally hot. It is extremely punchy right out of the gate. No question about that. Tacos. Not by my accounting, actually. Wings, I haven't had those yet. Frenemies. So putting a sauce on someone, I don't know that I would be inclined to ever eat my frenemies in a cannibalistic or likely not otherwise sense either. Okay, so that aside, let's take a look here. Vinegar, red serrano, reapers, lime, ghosties, garlic scapes, and that is, I think it's a part of the plant that doesn't normally get used. It's not the bulb, it's something different. They've had that. They have that in a few of their sauces. I really love the color of this. Looks like a runny marinara almost. Distracting myself. So from there we have salt, and then we have Reaper powder because, I mean, if we're gonna have Reaper and Ghost, we might as well have Reaper powder also. So yeah. Then coriander and cumin to round it out. All that stuff is nice. I mean, it's cool that it's in there. It's fine. This is a very Reaper forward sauce. It is. A lot of that stuff doesn't actually read. And I say this, you can see how much of this, because I played with this a lot trying to figure out where. I mean, there is a sort of a. It smells like Reaper. Like it's there's not, I mean, maybe there's some grace notes of maybe some lime here or there, maybe a little bit of garlic here or there, coriander and cumin, kind of pushing it there, I think. This is, for me anyway, this is mostly just a rate, which is really interesting, considering that Red Serranos and Ghosties are in there too. This really comes across much more of a Raging Reaper type sauce. It's bitter. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I guess it's there is some grace notes here and there, but I think for the most part it's extremely Reaper forward. This is not something I would enjoy on tacos. That I am certain about. I have tried in a lot of other places though. To me, it's more of a Cajun style actually. Is more where I would put this. Or maybe in just a straight Louisiana style. Because it is You get the sense of the peppers, and that is mostly it. Sort of a nice reddish, very slightly orangish color here. I mean, it looks really good. It's a good looking sauce. It is just really, really interesting that those things are in there, and I thought I couldn't pick those out because it just wasn't blending, but I'm far enough in now that agitation, and I agitated it before, you can see on the neck, before I even opened it for this video. So I should be able to get those grace notes by this point, but we'll see. All right, here we go. Time for the punishment. So if you would have put tomato in here, a little bit of tomato sauce in here, I think that actually would have made sense for the taco vibes. So there I am getting some undercurrents of some of the spices, the cumin and the garlic a little bit there, a little bit of lime, maybe the coriander as well. It is, yeah. I know it was a number 9 sauce on the show. When I opened it, I was like, wow. It was bracing how hot it was when I first opened it. I was just like, holy macaroni. All right, so again, keeping with the theme that I mentioned, sort of Louisiana Cajun style, we have cheesy bacon chicken from Marie Callender's, allegedly. And here you can kind of see what's in it. Yeah. Yum, yum. All right, so I had a few of these. This is probably the last one for quite a while. And what I don't get is either cheese, it's like a cream sauce. I don't get a lot of cheesiness out of it or a lot of bacon. Get a baseline. Yeah, it's very slight bacon. I don't know where the cheese is supposed to be. All right, let's dial this up. I put a Paramount on there. I think this is in one of the seasons with the Last Dab Experience as the final sauce, and I have not had that sauce at this point. But if this were in some of the other seasons, I would seriously question if the 9 slot wasn't hotter than the 10. This chicken is awful. It's a sponge, basically. I do like the idea of having potatoes and the vegetables here, though. Maybe what they mean by vibes is a sort of vague accent of taco seasonings. I don't like this sauce as well as the other sauce I had from Butterfly Bakery so far in 2025. That sauce is my current sauce of the year candidate. This one is, it is a bit astringent also. That might be maybe the lime and the vinegar. But vinegar is a first ingredient. It's a quite spiky sauce. Flavor-wise, though, to me, it just playing around with that kind of heat, it's just hard to make flavorful, especially when you have a lot of less forward flavors in there at the same time. I like the sauce. I don't love it. I think it definitely is chili head only territory, though, without question. This one, yeah, it's for a 9 slot. I only had to back it off by about a third. You know, if we assume that the slots on the show positions are reflective of a heat rating, there's a lot of bits of pepper and seed in there. I don't love those either. I did plop this on pizza and a few other things. It wasn't awful. Just too vinegary. So I'm saying if you added in some tomato, I think it would fix a lot of that. I don't know if they were going for there is a taco sauce version of this sauce that's a lot mellower, that is meant, I think, to be more of a taco sauce. This one, I don't know what I'm not sure what they meant for this. But Butterfly Bakery I hadn't tried until 2025, and I am so far pretty immensely impressed with them. They know their way around flavor. And that is always my favorite thing. Of course, as well, I'm definitely much more flavor first. Yeah, this is... So for me, it's kind of between a 2 and a 3. I think, on reflection, I think I'm going to probably keep it at a 2. But this is too hot, I think, for... I don't know that anyone outside Chili Heads is really going to enjoy this much. It is very difficult to pick up on the sort of subtlety of the flavor notes in there. And it is very, very vinegary, of course, as well. So I just don't understand what the intent of this was. Like a lot of these don't really read through here particularly. And I feel like, again, a little tomato in there, and this is a whole different sauce at that point. But for what it is, it's kind of interesting. Definitely... So Reaper likes to build also. So, you know, I think I am... I think the push I gave it to a 3 is probably still where it needs to be. Definitely, it's unexpectedly hot. I was not expecting the blast that this is, but you know, the Mighty Mighty Reaper, I can usually successfully predict most peppers. That one I still struggle with to this day, and I've had it countless times at this point. So just something about that pepper. And I think it's kind of amazing because to this point, no other pepper does that. Not the Primos, not the Pepper X. That I certainly haven't discovered that with either of those two. But the Reaper, for whatever reason, it just it's I call it the Mighty Mighty Reaper for a reason. So yeah, this is definitely chili head only territory. And if you like the flavor of Reapers a lot, this is a good one to get. It actually does mesh pretty well, I think, with those Serranos. Does sort of blunt the taste a little bit. The flavor is much, I mean, they call it vibrant. It is. It's very peppery, very chile flavored, but red Serranos are just a delight. Those are extremely good tasting pepper. So it was smart to pair those two things together, I think. And there's some ghosties in there for flavor as well. But still, for all that, I mean, the dominant flavor is definitely, like, there's no mistaking. You've got a super hot, and if you're familiar with the Reaper, there's no mistaking that either. So, very interesting sauce. Very interesting approach. I don't know what my favorite number 9 slot sauce would be. But I would say this is definitely, I think it's one of the better ones, which, again, I haven't done a whole lot of those, so that might not be saying much, but it definitely is an eye-opener. I'll just leave it right there. So that was the Butterfly Bakery Taco Vibes Only Hot Sauce. Now go forward in peace to serve the flame.